Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to Swiss Gold Global Australia live number 3. Lucky number 3. We are live, and I'll just check with YouTube that we're coming across live for everybody there. We should be okay. Oh, here we go. We're popping up live. Karen's already there. G'day, Karen. Welcome along to our Monday night hangout. Now, we do this every Monday night, mainly for people in Australia, New Zealand, but obviously anyone around the world who wants to use the link here and just send it to their teams, because every week we'll try and give you some information on what's going on with the business, how we're expanding, exciting things happen. Now, I've got the addition of the Swiss Gold Global pop-up advertising banner there that collapses down into a little thing that I can throw in the back of my car. And I'm seriously thinking of every time I go shopping is just to pop that up and mount it on the shopping cart some way, so it's wandering around. And I've also got my official internet pickaxe, meaning that I'm a fair dinkum miner. And I'm mining for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many other coins as we go along. So it's a fantastic night tonight because we've got the owner of the company, Bill Rowell, is on. We managed to get him off the autobahn and behind a computer so we can actually see him. Claudia Eifert, our #1 affiliate worldwide, is here as well. And stuck in the middle is Paul Weeks from the Gold Coast, who's he's a new miner. Now, he's old, but he's new, if you get my picture there. He's 105, but he's just picked the pickup axe up first, and he's ready to go. So we've got a lot of things to cover off. Now, we don't want to speak too long tonight. We don't want to try and keep this to about 30 minutes. And what I'd like to get Bill and Claudia at some stage is to just let us know what's actually going on with the business, especially with Genesis Mining, with the updates about the Bitcoin contracts. That's really interesting to find out what about that. And maybe you, Bill, can give us an insight of maybe their farms. How many farms? I saw a video, they said they've got farms all over the world, not just Iceland and Sweden. So maybe you can give us an insight there. And our business, our own business, our front website is great, but the back office is, you're doing a revamp there. I believe it's about 70% done, so you can give us an update there. And that new wallet button's come in. So can you explain that, or Claudia can do that? And maybe to finish off, the new app as well. There's so many things going on at the moment. The new app for Androids and maybe iPhones soon. And to top it all off, if you have a 6-month plan of what you want to see happening in the next few 3 to 6 months, Bill, that'd be great. So without any further ado, I'll hand it over to you, Bill Rowell, our CEO and owner of the company, and take it away, Bill.
Well, thanks, Keithy. Good evening to you. Hi, Paul, Claudia, and everyone joining us from different parts of the world, primarily in Australasia. Paul, don't take Keithy, the cheeky Kiwi, too seriously. And but thanks for hosting the call, Keithy. Okay, there's lots of updates. In fact, your questions there, we probably need a bit more time than 30 minutes to cover all those particular points, but let me get straight into it. Let's start with the Bitcoin mining contracts. That's probably a main thing, because given what the Bitcoin payouts are right now, there's a huge demand for this globally, and of course, the hash rate power is exhausted, therefore we can't sell it. We cannot sell what we don't have. And people sort of don't quite get this. First of all, the first point people need to get, if you own a Bitcoin mining contract and getting paid out, it does not affect that. It does not affect current contracts. You own a contract, you own mining power, it's been mined, it's being paid out to you on a daily basis through the blockchain confirmation. That's number one. Number two, let's just use a metaphor as an example. Let's look at a small town in Australia like Unadilla. Many years since I've been at Unadilla. It's a small town. Let's assume that there's a small power substation that supports this town. Well, all of a sudden, due to a gold rush, this town has expanded so quickly, so there's so much more demand for this power supply, and unfortunately, the power substation just cannot keep up with the number of new homes coming online. So they have blackouts, and in fact, eventually, they can only supply the homes that have the current contracts. Primarily, this is what's happening with Genesis Mining. They do have mining farms all over the world, Kazakhstan, Asia. Of course, I've been to the one in Iceland, as Claudia has as well, Sweden, They're commissioning new plants there as well. I don't know all the addresses, Paul and Keithy, but I can tell you that when it comes to altcoin mining, they're the largest in the world. And Bitcoin, they are up there, probably in the top 2 or 3 alongside some Chinese providers. In fact, we in the early days, before we actually chose to want to work with, and Genesis wanted to provide their services to us, we did research and contacted companies in China, etc. And they were good to talk with, but it's just not so easy, to do business there. If something went wrong, you've got to, you're 13, 14-hour flight away from China. The infrastructure, communication, there were many challenges. The good thing about dealing with Genesis Mining, even where I am now, I'm a couple of hour drive from their main office in Munich in Germany, and I can sit in front of them eyeball to eyeball and go through things. So that's one of the main reasons why with Genesis Mining. Also, of course, they're one of the first market movers into this technology, being the largest, of course. They get their power by hash power to us as probably one of the cheapest rates. Hence, given the strong demand for their products and service, and hence we, just like the power substation, example, they're out of supply at the moment, but not for too long. Communication I had with them this morning. Maybe it's only going to be a number of weeks, and we expect new Bitcoin mining hash power to become available, which would be fantastic. Now, of course, what does that mean now for people who want to buy Bitcoin hash power? Well, think about diversification. Doesn't mean you can't diversify and build your business. I mean, I mine for Ethereum. I think Keith, you mentioned he mines for Ethereum and other altcoins. I do that as well. I know Claudia certainly does that. And people are pushing on to Bitcoin right now, because you look at Bitcoin and you look at the payout it's giving on an annual basis, the estimated payout. This is not fixed in stone. This is the estimated payout based on current difficulty rate, current exchange rate, Bitcoin to US dollars. It's pretty significant. It's probably 2 or 3 times it's showing your money in the first year. We all want that, don't we? Well, if you had gone back 6 weeks to 12 weeks ago, it was actually the other way around. It would have been the Ethereum contract showing you that. And Bitcoin would have probably given you a break even on the first year, and after that would have been profit. At the moment, Ethereum's giving you a bit more than break even on the first year, and of course Bitcoin is giving you multiple times return in the first year. So this environment does change. So it's not a bad thing to be involved in Ethereum. I think it's actually smart and prudent to be involved in this coin as well. Out of the top market capitalizations, the market cap of cryptocurrencies, I'm talking about decentralized cryptocurrencies, 100 billion worldwide. I'm not talking about the scammy ones which are centralized. I'm talking about the real deal ones that pay out through blockchains, through the blockchain protocol. The total market cap is probably 100 billion plus, of around about 700 to 800 cryptocurrencies. There's a lot out there. But between the top two, 66 to 70% of that market capitalization is actually Bitcoin. And on top of that, again, another 30% or 30 billion in market cap is Ethereum. So those two are the two main coins. Bitcoin being the granddaddy in peer-to-peer payments, fantastic, been around for a few years now, and of course Ethereum being the big daddy in one sense in peer-to-peer smart contracts and applications like that. So it's great to be involved in this. So don't see that you're missing out. It gives you the opportunity to learn about a new cryptocurrency. You can buy an Ethereum contract for $30, one mega hash, and get started. When you refer it, you're going to get 5% free payout as well. So you can still compound your daily payouts. And you touched on, even though you're mining for Ethereum, you can actually select to be paid out in Bitcoin. In fact, up until now, that's the way it actually happened, Keithy and Paul, as you both know. So, but now, of course, when you log into your back office, an email will be going out shortly regarding that today. We already posted it yesterday into Facebook, and I know you also commented on it, Keithy, is that you have a selection of your preferred coins. If you're mining for Dashcoin, you're mining for Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, etc. These are other coins, and you want to be paid out in Bitcoin, you can actually choose to have all your mining of these contracts pushing out Bitcoins towards you. If you're mining for Ethereum, you can select to have all your contracts paying you out in the Ethereum, in the Ether coin into your wallet if you wish. So this is the flexibility that we're providing you at the moment. Primarily, most people are probably wanting to be paid out in Bitcoin, but you you've got to watch it because Ethereum, if it starts to price rally again, I mean, you've got to remember in January this year, it was around about $8, $9, $10, $14 and went up to nearly $400, you know, only probably 8 weeks ago. It was pretty smart to get a hold of Ethereum, wasn't it, in that respect? So you've got to watch and I call it exchange rates, because in one sense, this is really what it is. Cryptocurrencies are a currency. It is a currency, just like you have an Australian dollar, US dollar exchange rate. Well, the cryptocurrencies are an exchange rate compared to the fiat currency. They're also an exchange rate compared to themselves, and you know, a Bitcoin exchange rate given to an Ethereum, etc. So there's a little bit to understand regarding there, and Bitcoin's really the reserve currency of the cryptocurrencies. Number 2 one would be the Ethereum. Then there comes some other coins such as Dashcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, and Claudia works with this a lot, so she can probably touch on that if she likes.
Yeah, Claudia, if you want to jump in there, and maybe you can answer Muriel has answered a question in the chat. In the future, can we have multiple wallets, e.g. if you have Ethereum contracts, get paid out in Ethereum, if you had a Bitcoin, get paid in Bitcoin, if you have a Litecoin contract, can you pay out in a Litecoin wallet? Is that coming up, or is that an option, Claudia, maybe?
Well, maybe I'll touch on that.
Yeah, Bill has to touch on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Claudia. Of course, it's a logical way to go. Our back end and the integration from Genesis Mining doesn't allow that right now. Okay, but certainly, no question about it, that is a common sense way to go. If I'm mining for Bitcoin, I want to be paid out in Bitcoin. That is cool. If I also have an Ethereum mining contract, I want to be pushed out in Ether, I should have that option as well. So that will be hopefully the next step. Now, it's really about the integration between Genesis and us on that, and it gets quite complex in this area. But that's where we're actually heading to do. Okay,
awesome. Now, all right, Claudia, is there anything you want to add to any of that which Bill's just mentioned about the contracts and the wallets?
Well, what I can just add is, like, you guys, you know, we have a lot of questions, of course, always because of the fees and the transactions and the wallet. So you got to do your research, of course, on it. And so we see researchers, for example, Xapo increased their incoming, so that basically the fees, they have incoming fees, they just increased them again. So you got to a little bit do your research depending the area you're from, really. And because this is certainly something which, you know, which it depends on how much money you're going to make, because if you have to pay fees on top of that, so this is certainly something which you don't want to have as much. So I think the getting paid in Dash or in Litecoin, if you change it, Dash is really great. I love it. Ethereum is really great. I think Ethereum is just due to a huge increase. I mean, I see all the, so you know, when you see all the signs basically written on the wall, I think Ethereum is just really due to major breakout. So what I do basically is right now, well, I change it to Ethereum wallet, and so I get a few days pick up a few Ethereum basically payouts, which of course then accumulates my Ethereum, and then when Ethereum rises, well, I have a double win scenario, because I make the win on the increase of the Ethereum, and then of course I do and I have more Ethereum, obviously. So right now, as we have this, I'm just playing around, you know, I like to play around a little bit. So I do a few days Ethereum, then I do a few days Dash, then a few days I do increase my Litecoin holdings. Why? Well, because, you know, we have always been taught about diversification. So you got to have gold, you got to have silver, but you also got to be diversified in cryptocurrency. So, I mean, there's no question around that. I love Bitcoin. I see a huge potential. But hey, I want to have more Litecoins and I want to have more Ethereum. So if we have right now just this possibility, and that's not yet all interfaced, just, you know, switch around, accumulate a little bit of everything. I just bought some more Ethereum mining myself yesterday. Well, why? Because, again, I'm a big believer in it. So just do it.
Yeah. The price, I've just checked, it's $3.46 for Ethereum, and 2 days ago it was $3.17. So that's gone up $30 in a couple of days, which is like a 10% rise. So like you say, it could be another rally and bang up to 400. So yeah, while exactly what Bill said, while don't just go to sleep and let opportunity go past you when you're in the crypto space. $30 Ethereum contracts, I've got 12 of them now. And again, your favorite word, and this is what I find, I watch a lot of people comment in different groups, and they all talk about the return of their contracts, but the one word they forget about, which is your favorite word, Bill, is compounding. They get that $30 of profit and they purchase another. And that's where your business plan comes in. I'm on a 180-day business plan with my Bitcoin mining contracts. Now, I can't repurchase now and put my profit back in because of the unavailability for a couple of weeks, but I'm on day 96 of a 180-day plan. So I might be held up for that, but I've just swapped over to Ethereum, and I'm buying Ethereum contracts and using the profit to buy more Ethereum contracts and compounding my profit over and over and over again is a smart way to do. So that's sort of, thanks for covering their Genesis update and their farms and the new wallet. Obviously, as we go along, that's hopefully Muriel's said, thank you, Bill, for clearing that up. Can you give us, Paul, is there anything about, I'll bring you in quickly, Paul, is there anything about the Bitcoin and Ethereum that the people you know that you're dealing with, what's their stance? What are they doing at the moment, mate?
Well, yeah, because you say because of the Bitcoin not, we are looking at Ethereum, and I have myself gone into there. I've added to my portfolio, and a few other people that I've spoken to will be doing the same in the next couple of days. So the money that's coming out of their contracts in Bitcoin, they're now buying in Ethereum. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, of course, you get paid in Bitcoin from your Bitcoin contracts and Bitcoin from your Ethereum contracts. Are you going to stick with that, or are you going to use the Ethereum option to get paid in Ethereum?
Yeah, I'm going to stick. Well, no, I'll go with Ethereum and then get paid in Bitcoin.
All right. Okay.
At this point. Right. Maybe in another 60 days' time, we might change our mind, but that's the go at this stage.
Yeah. Okay. And just on the people that you're introducing to the business, are they coming in as free customers? And then what's their situation? What are they? Some of them just want to be free customers and start compounding their profits.
Yeah. Not a lot of people know about, as we, you could see over the net here in Australia. It's so new. You can speak to 10 people and nobody knows anything about cryptocurrency, let alone Bitcoin and the like. So it's an education program. I'm conducting it from the 8th of September meetup meetings down here, mainly just to tell people all about cryptocurrency and let them make their own mind up from there.
All right. Okay. Well, it's always great to be able to start as a free customer and build your portfolio. Very, very good one that you mentioned there. Now, Bill, can I get you to touch on one of the points raised about the back office, about now the front of the website looks like the image of here. That's the image of the front. But when we go to the back office where you go in, I believe you're revamping and changing a few things around. How's that going?
Yeah, well, there's a lot actually happening, Keithy and Paul, in this particular space. Where do we start? First of all, what's going to be coming out before that is our new mobile applications. It's going to be for probably by the end of September, the 30th of September, you're going to have the Android and the iOS service for the smartphone, what's it called, Apple phone, coming out. So that will give you much more flexibility to be able to log in, be able to see your daily payouts, your gold, silver holdings. All that will be, in your hand in one sense, to be able to monitor and see your payouts and etc., which is fantastic. But yes, the Swiss Gold Global website, the back end, there's many modules being actually wireframed in there in one sense. So it's going to take a bit of time on the security levels and the production, but our game plan is to actually change and bring out a specific page for mining.
I think Bill is breaking up.
Can you hear me, Keithy? Hello?
Go ahead, mate. I can hear you loud and clear, loud and clear.
Okay, I thought Claudia said I was breaking up. Okay. Yeah, so what I said was the mobile apps will be coming out by the end of September, the iOS for the Apple and, of course, the Android phone. But the back-end development, yes, we have a lot to do there. You know, many things are changing very, very, very fast. We want to be able to bring out a new mining page for our members, but also for our free members, which is going to make it much easier for you to be able to share the business model. Because if it's easy to share, it means it's easier to compound your payouts. And of course, we're all here, of course, to be able to put more bread and butter on the table in one respect. So you mentioned before, Keithy, about compounding. You like to compound your payouts. I know Keithy does this as well, and Claudia certainly does this. So by having a transparent page, which is really specifically built for cryptocurrencies, that is really the hot sector right now. There's no question about that. Cryptocurrency is the hot sector, and there's huge amount of demand for that. Now, I'm a gold and silver licensed trader. Gold and silver is the cornerstone of financial security. Central banks around the world have gold and silver, of course, but it's not the hot sector at the moment. But people who are wise and understand the monetary system always anchor their wealth in a bit of gold and silver. It's not the major holding they would have. Maybe a few percent, 5 or 10% of the total, let's say, liquid paper wealth that they have in that respect. But if you want to be able to compound your wealth and compound your daily payouts, certainly cryptocurrency is the way to do that. And certainly our development in the back end, which is still going to take a bit of time, and that comes out, it's going to make your life a lot easier to be able to share.
Now, can I ask, with the back office, I know Claudia has done a lot of how-to videos, and they're mostly on the Swiss Gold Global YouTube channel. Is that correct, Bill? Most of those videos?
Yes. Well, Claudia's got her own channel, and Swiss Gold Global has a channel as well. So when Claudia hosts a webcast, I believe they're actually uploaded to Claudia's Swiss Gold Global. What's the name of your YouTube channel, Claudia?
Just my name, Claudia Eifert.
Okay.
Okay, and then there's the other one called Swiss Gold Global. But primarily you'll see all the YouTube presentations and videos there from, you know, the mining visits in Iceland, and you know, why gold, why silver, why cryptocurrency. Claudia has on Claudia Eifert YouTube, there's a lot of trainings that she's done. I think she calls it 101 training. Do you, Claudia? Yeah. So that's really important. We need to put more on there as well for the people. You know, some of the things, what I want to touch on, just which we haven't done so far yet, Keith, is also the e-wallet. You know, up until this particular point, of course, many of you used to use gift certificates, and that could be a little bit complicated, you know, copy and pasting hash codes and things like that. Well, now when you're buying a product and a service, you can just go there. If you're buying more crypto, you won't have to issue a gift certificate for yourself in your e-wallet now, Keithy. You'll just go there and push on select e-wallet as your payment. And if you want to buy a $30 contract, you want to buy a $2,000 contract, as long as you've got sufficient funds in your e-wallet, that will directly debit your e-wallet. You don't have to actually create a gift certificate anymore. Now, so you might ask then, what is the benefit of the gift certificate? Well, many parts of the world still live a cash economy. So let's say I'm on the Gold Coast, which I'd like to be, and I had a bit of cash in my pocket, and I said, you know what, Keithy, I'd like to join up here, and I want to buy myself a mining contract. Maybe I decide to give Keithy 400 or 500 cash to his hand, which he'd like. What he would do then is issue me a gift certificate, and I would actually use that gift certificate to be able to create my mining contract, or sign up to a gold package, or sign up to a miner package as an affiliate as well. So that's really the idea how the gift certificates can be used. But purely shopping now, it's going to be just so much easier that you just go whatever product and service you want. You just select your preferred payment type as e-wallet, and it will automatically debit your e-wallet for that amount. So this is also very important for renewing your memberships. You know, you want to maintain your active status. And why would you want to actually maintain your active status as an affiliate? Well, of course, you want to be able to maximize your bonuses on crypto payouts. You get 5%. You receive double the reward. You also receive the fast track commissions, affiliate commissions, residual commissions on a monthly basis. And of course, any gold and silver purchases you pick up a payment from that as well as a member affiliate. So the e-wallet's going to be a great help there.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. And just to clarify, there's a lot of new people watching the last couple of weeks, especially in Australia. And when you join, most people join as a free customer and start buying $30 contracts and start, if they happen to introduce somebody to the business and says, well, what are you doing? Well, I'm doing some part-time passive income, the 4 magic words, part-time passive income. And they introduce somebody as a free customer, they get 2.5% commission in hash power added to their account. And you can build a small team of 5 or 10 people just as a free customer, build a small team yourself. The next level of the business, which can be very, very exciting, well, is very exciting, is the affiliate level, where you go one level up, where you basically, it's a $50 per month membership. And $15 or part of that is given to you in a, if you sign up as a miner affiliate through the mining site affiliate package, you get that in hash power per month, about 25%, I think it is, Bill, which is about $15 worth of hash power per month. Then you get into all the affiliates, the $50 goes into a big pool, and that's where all the affiliate commissions come out of there. So there's 2 levels to the business. Just start as a free customer, get a small team, and then once you say, hey, I know the business, I'm confident, I want to really grow my business to the next level and go ballistic over the next 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, then the affiliate side of the business is a really exciting part of it. And there's loads of trainings. There's so many video trainings in the back office for the affiliate side of the business. It's ridiculous. There's hours and hours and hours of trainings that you'd take you a week to get through them all, but they're all insightful, very, very well explained videos of how to grow your business in an internet type space. Now, maybe a suggestion just on going back to the what you have, Cloudy, with your how-to videos. Maybe you could copy and put those onto the Swiss Gold Global, the main YouTube channel. So if people had is there a link? Perhaps is there a link, Bill, on the actual company website to YouTube, our YouTube channel? I don't see if not sure if there is anything on the website.
If you go down to the very bottom of the home page of the website under FAQs, it's probably a bit small actually, but right down the very bottom of the footer of the web page, you'll see FAQs, and in there you'll see lots of different videos. You'll see different topics, whether it's cryptocurrency, whether it's gold and silver, whether it's affiliate packages. You'll see videos in that particular area there. It could be more transparent, Keithy. But as you mentioned just then regarding the miner package, $50 a month, let me just touch on that. You spoke about, I love the free customer account also because, you know, there's lots of things out there on the marketplace, on the internet. Some of them aren't all the real deal. So this way you can really get your feet wet without really burning your pocket in that sense. You can sign up with a free account. You can get started from as little as $30. You can share with some people. Even when you share, as you said correctly, Keith, you know, as a free member, you can actually compound your own crypto, which is compounding your daily payout. But even as an affiliate, you're also picking up 2.5% on that as well. So that's another reason why you want to be an affiliate and build a big customer base, because you're also winning rewards for that. On the $50 a month, now this is optional, of course. As you said, the miner package, which is the first package, it's $170 one time. In there, correctly said, 25. In there, the $50 a month, 25% of that is actually is your crypto. So you're actually compounding your crypto every month when you renew your membership. 60% of that goes back into the membership program, which pays out the affiliate commissions into the organization on a monthly basis. 15% is left there for the company. We pay out our fast track commissions from there, and plus run the operation of the company. So that's been pretty much transparent on the numbers there, Keithy.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we're fast approaching about 30 minutes now. I'd like to go to Claudia and just can you bring us up to date in any issues that you'd like people to know about? What's coming up? What's exciting? Team building? Is there any new people exploding into our business that are really getting motivated that you know about? What's happening in your part of the business that you want to share with us today, please?
Sure, Kitty. Yes, certainly. So we have quite a few people who made it to executive director this month. We have people who made it to ambassador, which is of course the first really high position in the company, which is of course wonderful. So we are certainly growing. But you know what I want to really let the people know is, from my experience, and you know, of course, I have been in the business since, of course, the beginning. But also I have a lot of experience with nutritional type companies and so on. And so just as an affiliate, as a very simple affiliate, you know, for a $30 something a month, because it's less because you get gold and get mining, you are an affiliate, meaning you pay for your shop, which you own in one sense, your license, your your international business. It costs you like $30 a month. But the thing is, you have what you get, and this is what so many people may misunderstand. They may have been in nutritional deals, they may have been in other ventures, but here you're going to get paid every day over and over from the people you have referred from the mining. Even if they don't do something, maybe they do something, maybe they do nothing, you still get paid from the mining, and you get paid, of course, as long as it is not profitable anymore. So when we see a lot of deals going on and people jumping into companies, well, if they're not make it there, or if they are not doing anything there, basically they get a one-time payment. Here you get paid over and over and over and over again till it is not any more profitable to mine. And so this is such a big difference to any other deals out there. So I certainly love it. And yes, so this is my update. We get a lot of
Looks like Claudia's signal just dropped out momentarily. Yep. Okay. She's so excited. She's drained the power in Germany, wherever she is. If she's in Germany, I think, not quite sure. Paul, now you're just new in the business. You're a fresh face.
Ever in the history. Yeah, I know. I did break up. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're back. Okay.
Sorry, guys. It's the connection here. Anyway, I was just saying, we have summer here in Europe, and I had my best month in the business since I'm here. So since 9 years.
Fantastic.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, we won't ask you to tell us how much, because a lot of us would fall off the chair, I think. So, but congratulations.
Yeah, so this is great, and as I said, like they always say, summer is more slow. We have so much demand that, you know, we obviously couldn't keep up now with the Bitcoin mining contracts, but we also have, that you just really understand. I mean, you also have really nice other products, not just the crypto mining. You have the gold, and I believe the gold is just due to a breakout. I mean, I can see it. All the economic climate out there, the gold is due to. I mean, it's long overdue. So I'm certainly not just diversifying in the Bitcoin, in the Ethereum, and the mining contracts. I'm accumulating more than ever gold and silver.
Sure. Yeah. It's just, as I said before last week, I just get this feeling it's a bit of a tipping point where it's going to explode. I've only been with the company officially, 96 days. Now, Paul's been a little bit less than me, only a week or so, or a couple of weeks less than me. So, Paul, to finish off, now you've been in a couple of months now, if that. What's the next 6 months looking like for you, mate? What's your feeling? What's your gut feeling?
Well, I'm just taking on what Claudia said there too. I just wanted to say that the people of Nimbin will be pleased to hear that you're doing all right too, Claudia. Where my gut feeling on this is going to be, I think gold and silver is certainly about to explode. I do agree there. I'm just going to keep forging forward and tip as much money as I can into, you know, across the board. I'm listening to hear what Bill and Claudia say, and this is a good platform to learn. Where to put your diversify. That's the word. So I'll be telling all my people exactly the same, and everybody I speak to, just to, hey, dip your toe in, as Bill says, and let's have a look at all this, because it's exciting.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Now, Bill, we've got a quick question from Daniel. With the altcoins, does the difficulty rate increase regardless of whether the price goes up or not? Can you give us a bit of feedback on that?
Well, it's altcoins is plural.
Yeah.
And so it's not just a particular coin in that respect, but they do have a difficulty rate, of course. But the pricing, you know, I don't know the exact algorithm, how it actually works between the difficulty rate of the altcoins and the price. I'm sure it does vary. Maybe Claudia wants to actually touch on this. I don't believe Ethereum has a difficulty rate it doesn't have a market cap, a number of coins it's limited to, from what I understand. So there's many variables on different things here. Maybe Claudia wants to actually touch on that. But just before she does, just on the gold and silver, I mean, we don't see, or I don't see gold. I don't speculate on gold. Okay, to me, it's pretty much of a no-brainer in one respect. I mean, it's probably 12, 13, 14 years since I've lived back home in Australia. The cost of living there has increased 3 or 4 fold since I lived there. It's incredible, the prices in Melbourne, and no doubt probably up north as well. I used to own hotels, as you know, so I bought a lot of food. We sold a lot of food, and the pricing there is absolutely incredible. So, we trade our time for money.
Yeah.
We go to work, trade 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and we get paid in something that's losing buying power. Between now and 2020, 2022, 23, the Aussie dollar is going to buy again less 50% of what it does today. So saving in paper money is not the right thing to do. So get into your real estate, get into your businesses, get into a little bit of gold and silver. It's diversification. It's probably the smallest part of your portfolio, but it's smart. Claudia's been getting paid to save in gold and silver for nearly 10 years. We used to call her, she was nicknamed at the company the Golden Queen, because she just didn't take a commission. She just pushed it straight into her physical gold. Yeah. And it's a smart thing to do because it's wealth preservation in that respect. But it's also very liquid. I mean, we have a liquid platform here. So, for example, if Paul had been, let's say we allow from as little as $25 a month into buying gold and silver. So let's say Paul, or maybe his grandchildren, are on a gold or silver savings account, and he's been doing it for some time, but all of a sudden his engine on his Merc is broken down. I doubt it, but let's say it happens, it's broken down, or something's happened. He wants to fix it. So he needs a bit of liquid cash. Paul can log into his affiliate account. You can place a sellback order. The next London Bullion Market sellback transaction would be processed for him, and the funds will be back in his account within a few days. Therefore, he can pay his motor repairer. Unless the motor repairer accepts Bitcoin or Ethereum, that would be a pretty cool way to do it as well.
All right, awesome. Right, final thoughts. Where are we all going to be in 6 months from now? Now, I've just started, so I'll go first, then Claudia, Paul, and then Bill to finish. I'm not even, just over 3 months for me. I get this feeling in Australia, no one knows about Bitcoin, which I see that as a massive positive. The Australian government has just changed their thought process on Bitcoin for buying and selling. If you're a vendor here, it used to be charged 10% goods and services tax, GST, in Australia. They dropped that as of July 1, the start of our financial year out here. So politicians in our nation's capital are starting to talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. There are a number of areas where companies are doing startups with Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. So traction is just starting to take hold. So all I've got to do in the next 6 months, my plan is talk to thousands of people, thousands and thousands of people. Just stop people randomly in the street. Do you know anything about Bitcoin? Do you know anything about Bitcoin? When I go to pay for my coffee, I pull my Bitcoin card out and say, do you accept Bitcoin? Can I pay with Bitcoin? And most people say, what's that? Well, there's an opportunity, because then I just hand them a business card straight away and say, have a look at the video on the back and I'll explain all about Bitcoin. So the next 6 months to me, my business in Swiss Gold Global is going to explode. I was talking to a friend of mine who's moved from Australia to Thailand. He says we're just on the tip of a massive iceberg that's just like that. And we're just going to be blown out the water with what's going to happen with our business. So personally, I'm so excited about the next 6 months. And I said this to Paul, we've done this a number of times. We have a a lunch every now and again, and we say, well, where are we going to be in 12 months from now, you and me? Where are we going to be, Paul, in 12 months? And every time we've said it, we've just gone forward in not only knowledge, but opportunities. So the next 6 to 12 months is just going to be off the charts as far as I'm concerned. So, Claudia, 8 years, 9 years in the business, and you've just had your biggest month ever. So even after all this time now, you're gold and silver and you get involved in the crypto, and you've had your biggest month ever. Where are you going to be in 6 months from now?
Well, I'm hoping I'm going to be in Australia, but by this time.
Oh, yeah. All right.
So that's for sure. I'm hoping this will be the time to be on a tour in Australia. But I hear some echo. Maybe one of you guys need to, I don't know. So, okay, yeah, now it's better. Great. Thank you. Well, you know, I think we are going to really multiply now month by month by month. And of course, as soon as the Bitcoin mining is coming back, which is of course sold out, we will have a huge growth, because people start, just as you said, just really just hearing about it, getting informed about it, but really they don't know. So imagine now more and more people getting aware. I mean, this is, you know, on one hand side, I'm scared. Oh, wow, this is going to be really great. So we're really going to rock this, absolutely. And it was so funny that you said that you now, when you pay, you know, you pay for your coffee. I did that many years ago. I would say, well, would you like to get paid in gold, or do you take gold? So because I have my little card with my little, you know, free gram gold in it, and so I would actually say that when and people would say, sort of, but this is how I was an opener, a discussion opener. Well, now of course I do that with of course cryptocurrencies as well. And I ordered just my prepaid Ethereum card, so and my prepaid Dash card, so I can actually literally not just pay with Bitcoin, I can pay with Ethereum, I can pay with Dash. So imagine that, and it's every day, not every week, every day more companies coming out who accept, of course, these different cryptocurrencies. And well, we have a bright future, of course, ahead. So we are very in the beginning. And if you are very in the beginning of something so great, which will change the whole outlook of everything. It will change banking. It change everything as we I believe have been done business. Everything is going to change because of blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. And so if you are such an early mover, obviously they're going to get rewarded the greatest. So I'm happy.
Okay, very good. It's very interesting about those different cards you've got prepaid. That's exciting. All right, Paul. Gold Coast, 500,000 people live where you do on the sunny Gold Coast now. We've got the Commonwealth Games coming up next year. What's happening for you in the next 6 months?
Well, I'm basically going to follow suit what you're doing, Keithy, because it's a pretty successful way to go about it. There's going to be, like, well, let's say today, something like between now and 2030, there'll be another 280,000 new homes going to be built within the region that I live in down here. The infrastructure is just moving ahead in Queensland. It's definitely the state that's a go ahead. So there's going to be a lot of people that just really want to, as Bill said before, you know, money itself is not it's not the smart way to go, but get into cryptocurrency. So and gold and silver. So that's what I'll be pushing.
Fantastic, mate. Okay, Bill, you're the owner of the company. Where do you see us in 6 months from now, maybe a 12 month? What's your sort of vision or plan? Lots of stuff going on at the moment. Where do you see us in 6 months from now, mate?
Yeah, well, before I touch on that, I just want to touch on you touched on earlier on regarding Bitcoin in Australia, that the government just removed GST when you want to buy Bitcoin. So that's fantastic. That means they're recognizing it as currency, which is truly unique. Now, for people in that region now that haven't really heard of Bitcoin or are a little bit thinking, well, you know, does it really exist here? How big is it? Just go to bitcoin.com.au. Scroll down and you'll see in the last 24 hours, there's been 8.2 billion Australian dollars has been transferred using Bitcoin. and about $170 million has been transferred in the last hour. So this is goddamn huge, okay? If you've got your blinkers on and not oblivious to what's going on, because it is a digital world in one sense, and it's not something that you can touch or feel, just know that it exists. And it is, as Claudia said, it's going to be bigger than life. It's changing lives around the world now. We've seen in Switzerland now where the local, of course, the largest authority in financial services has approved banks to be able to offer Bitcoin. I believe the same in Germany as well. So Australian government and New Zealand was a bit ahead of us. I'm glad to see they're in front of something, but they were a little bit ahead of us when it comes to the cryptocurrency space and the financial services sector. They were actually supporting the crypto environment very, very well. It didn't have GST on it or their value-added tax on it, but Australia just in July actually changed that. And the dig, of course, was just to you, Keithy, about the Kiwis. That's no disrespect there meant. So where are we 6 months from now? Well, first of all, one's on the development side. I mean, the growth is there. The demand is unprecedented. You know, as a retiree, like people on this call, where you've got the great leader, you know, you've got Karen up in the UK, of course. I know she's on the call. Great to have you there, Karen. You guys, of course, and your teams down in Australasia. Many of you people, you are retired, of course. So, you know, you want to build a residual income. And the global economic system right now, interest rates and things like that aren't in your favor. Now, if you had gone back to the end of the 1980s, early 1990s, if you retired, you're probably going to get 13 or 14% return on your money in the bank, which is pretty substantial, isn't it? You know, housing loans are also about 17% back then. I know Paul and Keith will remember that, but we're not living in that cycle now. So if you're a retiree, of course, living on your superannuation or your pension fund, whatever it might be, many people are actually tuning into their savings, okay? So you need to have a diversified plan. And this diversified plan where we offer people, even as Petey said, free accounts where you can get started from $30 in the door and actually compound your daily payout is a smart way to learn. And as Kiki says, also earn. You've got to know what you're getting engaged in, but you've got to actually compound your daily payout. That's what we're actually doing. So us as a company, we only see growth, continued growth. But our main focus ourselves, of course, is developing and increasing our systems, such as the mobile applications, such as our website, not just the back end, but also the front end, to make it more user-friendly, make it easier for people to understand who we are, what we are, and what's in it for you. And as I know Akiti says, what do you have to do, Bill? I say nothing. You just, you buy your contract, and you look there in the morning, you've been to sleep, you wake up, and you've had an increased payment. That is residual income. That is the business we need to be in. If you're just trading your time for money, that is not enough in today's world. You need to understand leverage. You need to understand compounding. And our platform, our platform is very liquid. It's quite simple in that respect. We've engaged with the largest mining farm, transparent mining farm, certainly around the world. So you buy a mining contract, you're going to get paid. And but I will say also there is risk associated with that because nothing is guaranteed moving forward. But given that the Bitcoin mining is not going to finish till 2140, when there's 21 million Bitcoins going to be mined, there's a lot of life there. And as Claudia also touched on, this Bitcoin mining contract will continue to pay as long as the payout exceeds the operational costs from the mining farms. And that is certainly doing that as we speak right now. So there is some risk there. So don't be foolish regarding it. Manage your risk management. At $30, even for a couple of grand for a lot of people, it's not a lot considering the returns that this is offering. So be smart in how you actually do it, and plug into the leadership that Keithy, Paul, of course, Karen in the UK are offering. Do your training calls, learn more, and Claudia does a lot of this, of course, which I thank her because it's really the learning and understanding aspect that's really important. The only reason we didn't get engaged in this earlier, any of us, or even with Bill Gates back in the early stages of the internet, we didn't understand it. When we don't understand things, we tend to turn a blind eye to it and we miss out. Well, don't do this. This is your opportunity. The sector right now is cryptocurrency. The time is now to do it. Okay, Bill. Great words of wisdom from the owner, leading the way with positivity. And that's all we need, folks, is there is an opportunity here. It is massive.
You've just got to learn as you earn, be positive in what you do, bring as many people into the business you can, because the more people you help, the better it is for your business personally. So you just to help as many people as you possibly can, and in turn, you'll get everything you want. That's an old Jim Rohn and Zig Ziglar saying from many, many years ago. We have such a positive outlook here that all we need to do is just talk to as many people on the daily basis, get them joined as a free customer, help them through the process. And as we change our website, things will get better and better and better as we go along. Keep that positive in, positive out. It's the people who listen to the negative, they tend to spout the negative out too much. We want positive in, positive out. Swiss Gold Global is going one way, a massive, massive direction. Thank you very much tonight, folks, for watching. We had a whole heap of people watching with heaps of questions. And next week, we'll cover some different topics. Appreciate your time tonight, Claudia, Paul, and especially Bill. It's good to get you off the road and in behind a computer so we can see you face to face and listen to your vision for your company and all of us as we move together as one team. So that's it for us tonight, folks. Hope you enjoyed our little Monday night get together. Number 4 is next week, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks very much, everybody. Take it easy. See you. Bye. Bye-bye. Take it easy. Bye-bye.